Good morning, everyone. You might be noticing something a little bit different about our van today. Can you tell yet? I'm the only one in it.
I'm Brittany and this is Drew, and for the past 5 years, we've been traveling the world by van. And we just recently finished building Spirit, our 5th van home and first ever conversion. Subscribe and we look forward to sharing where this unpredictable adventure takes us all.
Good morning, everyone. Yesterday, I dropped Drew off at the airport so he could fly back to Michigan to check in on the business that he remotely manages, and I decided to stay behind for a number of reasons, one of them being to practice me time. It looks like a wrestling mask. Oh, that's amazing. I have never spent a full day alone in the van, let alone a few of them. So this is going to be interesting. Last night I ended up parking up on BLM land out here in these beautiful mountains, but the one drawback is I have zero service. I don't know yet if he landed, so I'm not going to want to stay here for too long, but I do want to ground myself in this beautiful area around me, so I'm going to go for a run before I move on. But before we get into all of that good stuff, I want to tell you guys a little bit about where we've been since we left you last. We ended up embarking on one of the most epic hikes ever.
Here's where we're going.
You can see people climbing up the right side of the ridge.
Yeah, right on that area right in there.
And it's actually listed as one of Utah's best hikes. It's Mount Timpanogos. It was 11,749 feet at the top. We woke up at 5 a.m., hit the trail by 6, and the views were spectacular. We even ended up seeing a mountain goat. It looked like a polar goat. Its hair was so beautiful and white. It was so stunning, and it was right next to the trail.
He's looking right at you.
We continued on towards Moab, where we ended up finding a beautiful place to call home for 3 days. To leave was visiting our friend Abby down in Telluride, who ended up taking us horseback riding through the mountains with Telluride Wranglers. That's something that neither one of us had ever done before, ever.
Yeah, babe. Yeehaw!
And now I'm here in the mountains of Colorado, all on my lonesome. After living in a van for 5 years, me time is not something that either one of us really get very much of at all. To be honest, I haven't really known where to start my day. It's weird not having Drew around. I'm used to waiting for him to wake up. I'll make us breakfast. Maybe he'll come on a run with me. But it's just me. I get to do whatever I want. Little pro tip. I keep all my running gear together, so whenever I'm motivated, all I gotta do is grab all this, and I'm set. On my own, but I'm never
Alright, Spirit, you be good.
on a road to wherever I want. And you see, I'll go with the wind, the places I've been, I keep them within. My body first thing in the morning is probably my favorite way to start the day, whether it's running or yoga. So what better way to practice some me time than a 5-mile run through these beautiful woods? Plus, I got to listen to my favorite podcast, which I first heard about through Elena from Sailing La Vagabond. And if you guys don't watch their YouTube channel yet, you have so much to look forward to. But this podcast is called Your Own Magic, and it just helps give me little gems so I can better connect with myself and the world around me. And part of why I wanted to practice self-care and some me time was because the better me that I can be for Drew and all of you. So, yeah, it's different. I haven't been alone in a long time, but it's peaceful, and somehow I just got 1 bar of service and Drew's text message came through. I'm gonna see if I can actually call him. Babe! Can you hear me? I can hear you. Can you hear me? Babe, hello? Shoot. Ah! I got to hear his voice for a second. I don't know if I can stand not being able to call him. Time for a quick stretch on the roof, but since I don't have anyone to hand my things to as I climb up the ladder, I'm gonna take the hatch. Alright, you guys actually have to come with. Drew doesn't have the luxury of this as an option. Alright, what do you say? Time to go talk to Drew. All the hatches have been battened, I hope. I don't have a partner to help me double check on those things right now. On to new horizons. We're off to the land of Wi-Fi, which I'm usually not so concerned about, but without Drew here, all I want to do is be able to talk with him or send him pictures, or I miss him. Alright, Rodney, let's do this.
Thanks to iOverlander, I had a promising lead on a spot just 15 minutes away, and luckily I could use maps.me for navigation since it works without Wi-Fi or reception anywhere in the world.
This spot is perfect, and there's even a trail that goes along the water. I am a happy solo female camper. Babe, I have service. Last night's spot, it was pretty, but the road was rough and I couldn't get to the better spot, so I just kind of called it a night, parked where I felt comfortable. I didn't like not having service, so
I was so happy to finally be able to talk with Drew and just be connected. It made me feel that much more safe and settled for my solo experiment. Next up, time for breakfast. Well, actually, I guess it was brunch at this point.
aww. This beautiful gluten-free almond meal muffin is filled with carrots, zucchini, chia seeds, and a whole bunch of other goodness, made by our friend Trader Joe. Cheers. Well, that was delicious. Also curious, who else do you guys watch on YouTube? Let us know in the comments below. I bet we watch the same people. My next activity of the day, journaling. I used to make the time every day to journal as we rolled across Europe and North Africa in our European van life honeymoon on wheels. But since we've returned to the US and we've really been focusing our energy on YouTube, that's you guys. I haven't had much time to dedicate to writing, but that's okay because that's what today is all about, doing those special little things that make me happy. And speaking of little things that make me happy, including this glorious flower that Drew picked for me from our friend's garden right before he left, and this sweet little anklet that shimmers in the sun, along with her friend, this beautiful little ring. And I can't forget about these little guys that I wear literally every single day. They have screw-on backs so they don't poke me in the neck when I'm sleeping at night, and no matter what adventure we go on, I know they're gonna stay in place. They also made it to the top of Mount Timpanogos with me last week. They look good attached to me, but even better attached to you. What do you guys think? What I can't wait to share with you guys about all of these beautiful little pieces is that they're made of 100% recycled gold by this sweet little company called Ana Luisa, who I am honored to be an ambassador for, and I'm happy to share that they are the kind sponsors of today's episode. Crazy fact, did you know that it takes 20 tons of earth mining to make one gold ring? That's crazy. So when it comes to finding an alternative, sustainable source for jewelry, Ana Luisa is your go-to. Click on the link below and use the code ADVENTURE, of course, for 10% off of your pretty little thing for you or for someone you love. Now back to journaling. And look at that. All my supplies fit just right. Recycle, reuse, repurpose.
What you like to do.
I'll read you an early excerpt. This is from night number 18 of Living in Spirit. After sleeping for 12 hours, we awoke sore and creaky. This was the day after we summited Mount St. Helens. Still determined to see more of Helen and eager to learn more about her steamy past, we drove 2.5 hours to her north side, aka the blast zone. One day, this will all be a book. So being able to write in here today felt very fulfilling. The sun's starting to go down slowly. It hasn't been too sunny today. I'm gonna go enjoy a little walk outside. You guys wanna come join me? If I were a full-time solo female van lifer, I would definitely have a little furry companion. I do have my van cat right here, but she doesn't move too much or say anything, right? Kitty? Somebody left some trash. Back into the van, journal a little bit more, get ready to cook something delicious up for dinner. Et voilà, on a les sweet potato avec le fromage de almond cheese. On a les homemade falafel de chickpea flour avec le yaourt grec. Ici, on a du brocoli avec des champignons et avocat. Délicieux. Bon appétit. And then pamper myself a little bit because this first day of solo female van life is all about taking care of myself and practicing me time in the best way possible. So inspired by my beautiful friend Naomi of Erie to Aurora, I'm gonna do a coconut oil and coffee face scrub. Whoa, and that's what it looks like, people. It smells divine. Coconuts and French vanilla coffee. So smooth. Followed by a moisturizing face mask that my sweet cousin gave to me for Christmas that I still haven't used yet. Look at this. It looks like a wrestling mask. Oh, that's amazing. And then I'll probably pop in a movie and eat some ice cream. So I have a few more days of just hanging out with me in spirit. Kudos to all of you solo female van lifers out there. I had the hardest time choosing where to go and where to just be. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it brought you a little bit of insight. I've never done this before, so thanks for keeping me company on day one. If you guys liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to connect even more, check out our Patreon page. We put a link in the description for you below. Alright guys, I love being able to share my life. We love being able to share our lives with you. I can't wait to see you again next week. That'll be my only kiss for the day. At least it was you.
And you know I'm